guys, I'm D.
And I'm T.
And this is D&T's Tubi Review.
And every week we review a new Tubi movie. This week, the movie we review is The Affair. Not to be mistaken with that movie, The Toxic Affair, but we'll get on that later after this review. This movie, The Affair, is exactly what you think it's about. It's about an affair. Within the first minute, you knew exactly who was who. And within the first 5 minutes, it was a scandal. This movie really hit the ground running, and I liked it a lot, but it was kind of heavy for me. The Affair was probably like the last of this movie's problems. It could have been named The Affair, The Alcoholic, The Mental Illness, The Adulterers, or whatever, but it was a lot going on in this movie. Pretty much I liked it, but like I said, there were a lot of issues that were kind of heavy to me, but for the most part it was a good movie. What do you think, D?
In the beginning of it, when it was just supposedly the affair that we thought what was wrong, I wasn't really too into it. But like you said, when all these other problems and other stuff that people are doing, with the friends doing, the wife doing, and the friends and stuff like that, I was like, okay, this is starting to get a little interesting. I probably seen something similar to this before, but it was still good.
Okay. Now here's one of the people in the movie. This is the no good this is the gentleman. And he had a wife and he had a side chick. So that's pretty much, they were the center of the movie. I say out of everyone in the movie, I liked his character, even though he was no good, but it was kind of a trip to see him flip the switch. He seemed like a great guy, and then he didn't, and then he did, and then he didn't. I liked his character, and I liked the person that he was having the affair with. The same with her. She seemed kind of, crazy, but she really got crazy, and she really went out bad in this movie, but I guess I appreciated her acting. Did you have a favorite character in this movie, D?
Probably the crazy girl's best friend. I like how at first she kind of had like a little common sense, but as the movie started going on, she was kind of crazy with her and didn't even care she was crazy, knew she needed help, but she still stood by her friend, so I think she was my favorite character.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff going on in this movie. I think if I had to say my favorite scene, and it wasn't really, I would say, a favorite scene, but it's a scene that stuck out to me, and that's when the side chick, she first started showing signs of going crazy, and she was arguing with him, and she tried to like knock over the baby carriage, and it's like, did she do that on purpose or was that by mistake? But that was like the first sign that she was cracking. Did you have a favorite scene in the movie?
Probably when the wife was messing with the friend. Oh. Cause I was the edge of myself. I'm like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And you gotta watch the movie to see what happened. But yeah. I was like, I kind of saw it coming. How they like exaggerated his entrance and coming in. I was like, oh yeah, he about to try to do something, which is sad, but I think that was my favorite part.
Oh, okay. Okay, is anything else you want to add about the movie?
No.
Okay. Every movie we rate with popcorn. If it's a small popcorn, it was trash. If it's a medium popcorn, it was okay. If it was a large popcorn, it was good. And if it was a large popcorn with butter, it was the best Tubi movie ever. I give this a medium popcorn. And I did like it, but because it dealt with suicide and alcoholism, it was just too much. It was a lot for me. I'm not gonna say it was too much, but it was a lot for me. That was too much for me to give it a large popcorn, but I do recommend you watch it because I think it was a good movie, and I think you would enjoy it if you watched it. What size popcorn do you give it?
I'm gonna give it a small popcorn with butter. Not saying it was bad. It was a pretty decent movie. It wasn't my personal type of movie that I like watching. Maybe that's why I gave it such a low rating. And I was kind of expecting everything to happen. Like nothing happened that blew my mind. It was kind of obvious to me. I probably watched too many movies. That's why. But it wasn't a bad movie. It was a great movie. But I don't know. I wasn't really too into it. Like I probably wouldn't watch it again.
Okay. So that's our review of The Affair. Now, let's get on The Toxic Affair. We don't really have a review, but I do have some comments about that. I think some people get these two movies mixed up, and I actually watched The Toxic Affair by mistake. You know how when one movie goes off and another movie comes on? So The Toxic Affair came on, and I'm like, okay, well, let me look at this. I think I had to turn my volume up about 10 notches when it first came on, so the sound, garbage. The visual wasn't good. The acting, sorry y'all, it could have been better. And the props or whatever, the special effects or the props, the very first scene they had a baby, and you could obviously see that it was a baby doll. So I'm like, okay. And then it was 2 hours long. I don't have all day to watch a Tubi movie. I have all day to watch maybe 3 or 4 Tubi movies, but not just one movie and that's it. You know, the first thing I look at is the description and then how long it is. And this movie was 2 hours, over 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours long. Now, I'm not going to drag The Toxic Affair like from the top step all the way down to the bottom step, but I am going to drag it from like the top step to maybe the middle of the step. Because I fell asleep on it, and when I woke up, you know, being that it was 2 hours, it was still on, and I will say that the writing was okay, and the writing ended up being okay. So if you can get past, you know, not being able to hardly hear it, the bad acting and the bad audio, then you might be able to follow the story. So once I woke up, I did finish watching it. Just to see what was gonna happen, because it was I guess kind of interesting to me. So if you don't mind this stuff, then you can watch it, I guess, for the story part of it. I can't give it a popcorn. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta. I mean, there's no place to go but up for this movie. You know, for the people in the movie and the people who wrote in the production and all that. I can't give you a popcorn. I can probably go to the concession stand and get a free water, but no popcorn, sorry. Now, did you watch it or?
Shoot, dang. I feel bad how you did them, because I'm probably might doing worse. I didn't even, soon as that doctor came in and I couldn't hear them talking over the background music, I was like, yeah, let me go play the video game. I couldn't even do it. I tried my best. I could not watch that.
So no popcorn either for them?
Man, I went in exchange my ticket for another movie.
Okay, A Toxic Affair, sorry, but we don't give you any popcorn. So that's our reviews today. We gave The Affair. I gave it a medium. You gave it a small, and A Toxic Affair, no popcorn at all. And what were you gonna say?
No, I just said small with no butter. That was it.
Okay, small with butter. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in this week. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And we will see you next week. Adios.
See you.